Imagine you were sitting at the dinner table when the waiter or waitress approaches you and hands you a blank menu. You are then told that you can fill this menu in with whatever you'd like, but there is a catch. For the rest of your life, you can only eat what is on the menu. How carefully would you go about filling in that menu? How much thought would go into each and every item you put on it? Would you fill the menu in based on what tastes the best to you and then suffer for the rest of your life from an unhealthy diet? Or would you pick healthy foods that will lock you into a healthy diet and give your body the nutrition it needs to thrive? If you have a menu full of healthy, positive food choices, you leave yourself no choice but to order healthy food. And if you fill the menu with unhealthy items, you have no choice but to order food that will cause harm to your body over time. Like this menu, our subconscious mind has a limited capacity to store information. Not only that, but the thoughts we think, and thus the emotions we experience, are limited and directed by the information we keep on the forefront of it. If we fill our mind with negative, unhealthy information, our thoughts will be largely negative and unhealthy. And since our thoughts give rise to our emotions, the emotions we experience because of those thoughts will also be unhealthy. If we view our subconscious mind as this blank menu, and we view the people we hang around and the things we do on a daily basis as the items we place on that menu, those people and those things become much more important than we may initially recognize. Just as our diet would reflect the items we put on the menu, our thoughts and emotions in large part reflect these people and these daily activities. As the old saying goes, you are the people you surround yourself with. The people we are around on a consistent basis play a massive role in shaping our view of the world and of ourselves. By spending more time with positive people and spending less time with negative ones, we can fill our subconscious mind with more flavorful food that will lead to more flavorful thoughts. If we stuff our mind full of negativity, hang around people that don't make us feel good, or spend a lot of time doing things that don't make us feel good, we find ourselves caught in a negative cycle of thinking. Just like if we were to stuff our menu with unhealthy items, we would have no choice but to eat an unhealthy diet. This is because the thoughts we think depend more heavily on the information we have stored in our subconscious mind than they do on our perception of what is right in front of us. In other words, it doesn't matter that a part of you is dying for some veggies after you've spent some time eating off an unhealthy menu. If you didn't put veggies on your menu, you can't order veggies. Let's look at your perspective of your own life, for example. Do you ever feel like you are exactly where you need to be one week, as if you are on top of the world, but then wake up one day and feel out of place, like you need to reevaluate your purpose? During this time, not one single thing in your life changed, but now you see everything differently. This is because it is all about how you are looking at it. You are simply looking at the exact same thing through a different lens, which is causing you to have a different perspective of it. The lens you are looking through is the lens of your subconscious mind, and the information you have stored in it determines the quality of that lens. When you feel like everything is in place and you feel in control, it is because you have a menu full of healthy items, or because you have a mind full of positive thoughts. This may be because you have been hanging around people that make you feel good about where you are and who you are. Or it may be because you have spent a lot of time with yourself and gained confidence in your own conclusion of who you are. But if you feel like you need to make massive changes and redirect your path, it is likely because you have been hanging around people that don't approve of your life circumstances, or because you haven't spent enough time with yourself to find confidence in your own decisions. It's not that your life circumstances have suddenly shifted into a place where you no longer approve of them. It's that these people subconsciously, which is below the level of your awareness, have influenced your own perspective of yourself. In our analogy, the menu is our subconscious mind. Its external influences, such as the people we are around or the things we do daily, are the items we select to put on it. Just as a healthy diet can't thrive given a menu full of unhealthy items, a positive, joyful outlook on life and on yourself can't thrive given a negative, obstructive environment.